Today's ride would take us from Lee's Summit to Windsor on the Rock Island Trail. We got lost and we got set on a bad road. Mike says it's time to walk. As you can see from the previous clips, we made some bad decisions leaving Lee's Summit. We had quite a few miles of gravel road. This has been quite the 10 miles. We're way over an hour to go 10 miles on this thing. Mike was highly entertained by the possibility of meeting a young male ne'er-do-well mountain lion. This little trail leading up to the Rock Island Trail. I took a picture of the name, I don't remember the name. It looks terrible when you first see it and you think, oh no, we're in another one of them crazy things, and then it's not that bad. Kind of pleasant actually, gotta be a little careful, but sure beats up and down gravel roads on hills. This isn't the Katy Trail, it's merely a sign pointing to where the Katy Trail begins 45 miles from here. Pleasant Hill was really a well-named, pleasant-looking town. Well, we finally made it onto the Rock Island Trail. We thought we were before, but as the saying goes, we were wrong. We were on it, but then it was closed, so we had to go back on the roads and go a few miles to get around it. It's all good. This is more like it. Now we got 45 miles of this to go till we're done for the day. We took a break at Medford at a wayside. It had everything we needed. It had bathrooms, it had water, it had shade, and we talked to a local for a while. We stopped in Chilawi, and Mike bought a ham sandwich at this little store, and chocolate milk and some chips. And I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and we ate it in this little park. The Katy Rock Junction campground was far and away the friendliest and nicest campground on our entire trip, and it had everything that we really needed. We rented a cabin and made spaghetti and meatballs for supper. If you want to save ounces, you can use Mountain House dehydrated spaghetti with meat sauce instead of the Chef Boyardee, but this is pretty good. We finished up the night at the local Dairy Queen with a chocolate shake. We had ridden just over 60 miles, but a whole lot of things happened in those 60 miles. If you hang around, I'll tell you about them. Our day started with a hotel breakfast. It wasn't stellar. Mike said that he will always remember Lee's Summit Comfort Inn as the place he had the worst scrambled eggs of his entire life. Our ride out of town went pretty good until Mike said his direction said go straight and mine said turn left. We took mine. We should have taken Mike's. Mine went through a nature preserve where no bike should go, let alone bikes with 40 pounds of gear on them. When we did get to a road, it was loose gravel and hilly, slow going. We saw so many little towns that looked like they were slowly dying, but not Pleasant Hill. There was a small town restaurant that we rode right past, and we should have stopped and had a second breakfast, rested and hydrated. It's too bad Amtrak doesn't stop in Pleasant Hill and we could start the ride from there. We left Pleasant Hill really excited to finally be on the Rock Island Trail, only to get stopped in a half mile with a trail closed sign. After rerouting, we ended up on some busy roads when Mike flagged down another biker, and he directed us to where we could finally join the Rock Island Trail. We stopped in Chilhowee and tried to get a hot lunch, but they no longer served hot food. Mike got the last ham sandwich, and I made peanut butter and jelly from out of my pack. Chilhowee was one of those towns that was really struggling to survive. I hope they do. We should have rode another 8.7 miles to Leeton, where there was another small town restaurant, another missed opportunity. That afternoon, I started to get cramps in my calves. I had them one time riding in North Carolina, and it was terrible. If I had to guess, I would think I wasn't drinking nearly enough water for the last couple of days, and it was catching up with me. I started drinking more, added electrolytes, doing stretches, and stopping to rest every 5 miles. Late in the afternoon, a couple miles from our campground, Mike hit something and cut his front tire and blew out the tube, so we had to stop and put in a new tube. After we got to the campground, Mike went to the local hardware store and bought a new inner tube. Lori was on the phone looking at weather for the next few days. It was supposed to rain quite a bit for the next couple days, and she was helping us to decide how to proceed if my cramps didn't get better. Our options seemed to be rent a cabin instead of camping so that we could have air conditioning and take it easy for a night. That's when we did. The rest of our options for the next few days were, number 1, stay there another night and ride to Clinton and back and call it a day. Number 2, skip Clinton and ride to Sedalia and camp. Number 3, ride to Sedalia and I would get a ride on Amtrak and pick up Mike's car and drive from stop to stop while he finished the Katy Trail. It was all going to depend on how I was doing and what kind of weather we were supposed to get for the next couple of days. Stay tuned, see how we worked it out.